Hi air signs, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nikki, the Van Mystic. Thank you for being here, my Gemini, Libra, Aquarius beings. This reading is for all of you for the first half of September 2019. It's put in place just to give you a little bit of guidance and insight on navigating these next couple of weeks. While this reading or these readings are intended for your sun signs, if you feel called to watch for your moon sign, your rising sign, or another one of your signs, please do what you feel drawn to do. Follow your intuition. Some weeks you may feel like your sun sign is resonating. Other weeks you may feel like your rising sign is resonating. So do what you feel called to do, okay? With that said, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently this week. I've been doing collective readings for each element, so for air signs, but this week I'm going to split it up and do 3 shorter readings for each individual sign, just to give a little bit more customized guidance for each of you. So I am going to start with Gemini, and I'm leaving timestamps in the description box below so that you can find your sign instead of trying to figure out where you are, right? So we're going to get started, Gemini, and here we go. We're going to see what's coming up for you for the next couple of weeks, Gemini. What's coming up for the first half of September 2019 for my Gemini people? What's coming through for you? What do you need to know? Guidance and insight for the first half of September 2019 for my Geminis. Okay, so I've got the Devil, the Hanged Man, Temperance. Got a lot of cards here. 5 of Pentacles with 10 of Pentacles, okay? And here's what I feel. I feel that for some of you, there's something that you've been trying to or wanting to resolve, or trying to or wanting to break past, break through, get done. And it's been a real challenge. And part of the reason that it's been a real challenge is because you've been trying to force things, and you've been trying to make things happen in a certain way and in a certain time before it's really ready. And there's a need for you to take a step back, okay, Gemini, and to give it a rest, to give it some space, and to give yourself a rest and some space. Time for you to recharge, restore your energy, to walk away from anything that you feel needs resolution or that you've been trying to sort of forcefully figure out, right? Whether you've consciously been doing that or not, and to focus more on rebalancing yourself within, focusing more on self-care, doing what feels good for the heart, and then some of those answers will naturally start to come to you. That's what's going to happen. I always say it's kind of like when you really want something to happen, it's almost like your energy is blocking it because you're holding so tightly to it. It's sort of like you're suffocating it, and it can't breathe and it can't grow, okay? So there's just a need to let it go so that it can start to expand and come into your field and really just breathe, okay? So you gotta let it breathe, and you gotta let yourself breathe. You gotta rest and recharge and focus on you. Give things a break, give things a rest, and step away. And I really feel like these come together. So 5 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. It's really a transition that's happening for you over the next couple of weeks in some area of your life, okay? Where you're moving from this place where you've been feeling empty or poor, like you've been left out in the cold, or things aren't going well, you've been going through some kind of like a hardship or a struggle, and you're moving into a place where everything is aligning and becoming more prosperous, making more sense, feeling more happy, feeling more fulfilled. Okay, so there is potential for you to make that shift, but you need to let go. So Gemini, that's your job, that's your homework. You need to let go, not worry about it, focus within, and everything will become clear once you do that, once you release expectations and release an attachment that you have. So really let go, okay? And just trust, genuinely trust that things are going to come to the surface, come to the light, and start to make sense, and the answers will come to you as soon as you stop. Well, not as soon, okay? Don't expect yourself to just like but I stopped trying, and it still hasn't figured itself out. You really genuinely and truly need to let go. Okay, and then it will all start to make sense and fall together, and you will come into this place of harmony, prosperity, and all of that goodness, okay? Okay, so my computer's dying, and I have to go get my charger. This is so typical of me, but since I timestamp, maybe no one will see this. We'll see. Because I'm not going to bother editing it. It's just too much hassle. Okay. Boop. Problem solved. It's like it never happened. Hello. Okay, so here we go. We just did Gemini, and now we are, deep breath, moving on into Libra, okay? Okay, so Libra, the first half of September 2019 for my Libras, what is the energy? What's coming up? What do you need to know? What's coming through? Insight and guidance for my Libras for the first half of September. Okay. 2 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 10 of Cups, and Sun, okay? So here's what I feel. I feel some indecision around moving forward with something. Like maybe for some of you, you've been trying to decide if you want to do something or go somewhere or take action on something, okay? And it's just kind of like become this sort of like strain. I just feel like this strain and this tension, and it feels a little bit like when an arrow is being drawn back and you're like, should I release it? It's getting harder and harder to hold it into place. So I feel for some of you like there's just a need to release, or just know that the answers will come to you over the next couple of weeks. You'll find clarity. Things that were in the darkness will come to the light. And those things will lead to fulfillment and happiness and understanding. So if you've been feeling like unsure about moving forward in some aspect of your life, or you've been kind of indecisive about something, or feeling like, ooh, I'm going to pull the trigger, ooh, I'm going to like, you know, release the arrow or whatever it is, know that clarity will start to come into your field in the next couple of weeks and make it a little bit easier for you to know what to do. And that will really lead you to a place of harmony and happiness, okay? So, okay, here's what I feel for some of you. I've got the Queen of Swords, Emperor, and the King of Wands, okay? 2 very dramatic sort of looking figures here. But I do see this kind of, this duality or this pull that's happening here. It's almost like 2 different energies inside of you. And they're fighting each other, right? And it's becoming hard to hold them together inside of you and not let them out. So I do feel for some of you, this is about self-acceptance and making a change for the better in your life that is going to feel more aligned and fulfilling for you. I just feel like there's some area of your life where it's become almost like, for some of you, almost like unbearable, or for some of you, you may just feel so bored, right? So those are 2 kind of ends of one spectrum, like boredom, unbearable. So there's really going to be a range, right? Because this is a collective reading, but really feels like there's this passionate side of you, the side of you that wants to follow your gut and follow your instincts and your heart and have a little bit more self-expression and creativity in your life. Then this other side of you that's holding on to logic and that's holding on to order and prioritizing security. And it's almost like they're fighting in some ways inside of you for some of you. And there's a need to realize that they can live together, or a need to realize that one of those things is not working for you anymore, or some of those things, or some aspects of one of those things is not working for you anymore, and that it's okay for you to make changes, okay? So I really feel like there's a need to like thaw yourself out. That sounds so weird, but thaw yourself out. It's just sort of like, if you feel stiff, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you don't know, like you want to do something that brings you more excitement, right? But you just don't know how, or you don't know if you can, or you don't know if you'll be accepted. Just do it. Go for it. This is your life. This is your chance, okay, to really be yourself. And you can't really and truly serve yourself and serve others to the fullest extent, to the best of your ability, right? If you can't accept your true self. And that true self is always changing, okay? And it's okay to shed things and move on into something else. It's okay to move on from logic into passion and to even fluctuate back and forth between the two. But you've got to let yourself do that. You've got to loosen up and soften up and not be too rigid, okay? Okay, so that was your reading, Libra. Okay, enjoy the next couple of weeks. Okay, so next we are moving on into Aquarius. Aquarius. What have we got for the first half of September 2019? Aquarius. What is happening for you? What's coming through for you? Oh, geez. That's too many. What's coming up? Guidance and insight. What do you need to know over the next couple of weeks? Aquarius. Okay, immediately I hear travel for some of you Aquarius, opportunities to travel, to go on a trip, so please do that. Number one. So I've got the Sun, I've got the Three of Wands, and I've got Strength, and then kind of over here it feels like a little bit of a separate story. We've got the Moon and the Tower, okay? So I feel that over here, to begin with, there's an opportunity for change, a new opportunity for change coming through for a lot of you. And it feels very exciting, which can also be kind of nerve-wracking because change is change and it means some discomfort. So this is very much a call for you to get excited, to be optimistic, to muster up your strength, to gather your strength, and know that you can get through this, that this opportunity is for you, okay? And it's going to make your life better, and it's going to make your life just incredible. So if you have an opportunity come through that feels exciting to you, accept it, even if you feel like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? You will figure it out as you go, and it's going to be such a growth experience for you, and such a shifting experience for you, such an exciting experience for you. So, here's the thing. If you choose comfort over this risk, I really feel like the universe is going to come in and kind of force this shift on you. So, it's kind of like, here's the gentler path, which feels still risky and uncertain and a little bit scary, although exciting, and there's your opportunity and you can take it. No, I don't want to take it. I'm comfortable even though I'm not really happy. I don't like growth. Please leave me alone. And the universe is like, sorry, man. That's just not a choice, you know? Like, we didn't really mean that this was a choice. We just kind of wanted to make it seem like a choice, you know? So it feels like that. It feels like if you don't decide to do this, the universe will kind of come in and force this on you in a different way, right? But it will align you into your true path and what you're meant to be doing one way or the other. So confront your fear around change, around accepting new things, around new growth, around doing new things and having new experiences, Aquarius, okay? Confront your fear, recognize it as fear, not reality, and allow yourself to be afraid and still move forward anyway, right? And I hope that you do that. And know that if you don't, it's okay, because things are going to get shaken up for you anyway, and you're going to get shaken into alignment. And it may not always feel easy at times, but it is for you. It's not happening to you, okay? So it would be really helpful if over the next week you really confronted your fear around change or around accepting new things or stepping into a new role or new growth of some kind, so that you can move forward with confidence and invite change into your life instead of having it be pushed on you. Okay, Aquarius, so I hope that reading's helpful for you for the next couple of weeks, and I will see you mid-September for your mid-September reading. If you loved your reading today, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please give this video a thumbs up. That helps me. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website. I will leave my website in the description box below, thevanmystic.com, and of course follow me on Instagram. Where I do quite a lot of free readings as well at The Van Mystic. Okay, have a great couple of weeks. Bye.